down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me.
Hi, and welcome to another exciting episode of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Brizzy.
and this week we have another fan request. We are talking about Willy's Wonderland, and this
Yep.
came from a fan that's requested things before, and I don't know if we should even say who it is at this point because I don't want to. I don't know, man. I don't know, but uh, yeah, Willy's Wonderland. I will sum it up in a word. It is dumb, but but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes
No.
some of my very favorite movies are dumb as hell. Like Billy Madison is dumb as
Oh
hell,
my,
and I love
come
it.
on. You don't diss Billy Madison.
I'm saying that this movie. So, this is a movie about Nicolas Cage. It's a lot like Five Nights at Freddy's, but he's in pizza arcade with animatronic animals that are possessed and trying to murder people. And this is like the scary movie version of it almost. Like this is
Yeah.
like the Billy Madison Dumb and Dumber version.
But Nicolas Cage does not really talk at all in this
He
movie.
does not say a single word through the entire
No.
movie, which that's just and that kind of just tells you what kind of movie it is. Like it's kind of like a spoof. Like oh, so I went on a journey watching this movie because I was like, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be Nicolas Cage. It's gonna be badass. He's gonna be fighting robots and there's gonna be gore and blood. And if you expect this to be like even halfway serious like horror action
Mm.
movie, it's like, oh my God, this is fucking dumb. But if you think of it as like a spoof, like a parody almost, like it's meant to be dumb and silly and over the top and funny, then it's kind of funny. But
I think it's like meant to be the second what you just
yeah,
said.
I
I
think
think
it
it's,
is too.
yeah, I think it's meant to be that way. And also,
Um,
I think it's how Nicolas Cage does not talk. I also think that's how it's meant to be too,
oh
because
yeah, exactly.
it's more like I want to say like his point of view of because he's there by himself
Yeah.
with the electronics. So it's like, are you going to be dumb and talk to these electronics? Probably not. So that's probably why.
Yeah, he's they're really playing into sort of like the character archetype of like the silent, brooding, tough male hero. Like he's like, just like no time for bullshit. He's just gonna get the job done. And all he does the whole movie is he works. He takes his break when it's break time, and when his little watch goes dee dee dee, he drinks his little
Yep.
drink, and then dee dee dee. When the break's over, he goes back to work and he works hard. And then when Robot's there, he fucking kills it, beats the shit out of it without question, and then goes right back to work. He's all business 100% of the time, and that's all deliberate, like a sort of a parody of like that sort of action
Yeah.
movie. It's almost like Kurt Russell in Big Trouble in Little China, except cranked even more up to even more absurd level, kind of.
Yeah, but you can't dislike the little town of China though,
That's
because that's a good movie.
that's a damn good movie. I love that
Yeah,
movie. But
that's a good movie.
yeah, so if you keep all that in mind, it goes down like for the first half of this movie, I just was like irritated almost. I was like, damn it, why am I watching this stupid? And then I was like, okay, I'll get over it. I'll go along for the ride. I'll just and then I kind of liked it better, but I still thought it was pretty fucking dumb, to be
Yeah.
honest with
Yeah.
you.
Well, we did review Five Nights at Freddy's, the first one, not the second one, but the first
Right,
one.
right.
And yeah, I'm
Th
like, yeah,
to compare the two, I think I almost like the story of Five Nights at Freddy's better. I like
yeah,
the story in this, spoiler alert, is that and this is basically just said in a big info dump by one of the cops to one of the other cops, or by one of the characters to Nicolas Cage. But basically, there was a child murderer running the pizza place. He hired all his sicko friends, and then they did some kind of satanic suicide ritual so that their souls went into the robots. And then they were terrorizing the town, and the town was so scared of them that they offer once a year or however often they offer up someone to sacrifice, and so they blow out someone's tires and then say, oh, you can work off the trouble for in this pizza place. And that's
Mm.
how they got happened to get Nicolas Cage. And so it's just really kind of a, but it's funny, they are so scared of these robots that they've been sacrificing people to them for years, but one person takes them all out. It's like, did they even try to fight back? Like the girl takes one out by herself out in the middle of the street. She just backhands it with a shotgun, you know, pistol
Well, if
whips it, and
well, if you go like into a random pizza place that's abandoned, you have these like huge robots. Same goes with Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm pretty sure anybody can beat the crap out of them.
right,
Like really?
right, exactly. It's like I don't understand how they were so scared of this robot that the whole town was so terrified that they agreed to sacrifice people and hush it all up, and yet a teenage girl can kill one in the middle of the street by herself with an unloaded shotgun. It's like, did you guys even try to fight back? Like, I mean, come on. But anyway, but it's like that messes with the movie though, because Nicolas Cage is the action hero superstar, and I will
Yeah.
admit it is satisfying to watch him beat the absolute piss out of these things.
Oh
It,
yeah,
it it's
absolutely.
yeah, it's always like a blunt. It's never like he's never like stabbing or chopping. Well, I guess there is the one that's the knight has a sword, and then he uses that to chop its head off.
Yeah.
But usually it's like blunt, like he just beats the living piss out of it just over and over and over and over again.
I do like the blood spatter in there, like how he like did it like at the like towards the end of the movie. And
Hmm.
that I do like. And I do like the sound like I really don't like this movie. Besides, I'm not a Nicolas Cage fan, only in certain movies. I don't like him in this one, but I do like the music in this one though.
I do kind of like the music in this one
Yeah.
too. I agree with you on that. And I feel the same way. I'm not a huge Nicolas Cage fan. I think if you are a Nicolas Cage fan, you will absolutely love this movie and
Oh
be
yeah.
delighted by it and think it's the best thing you've ever seen. Me, Nicolas Cage kind of bugs me, and so the whole movie I was kind of bugged by him, and so it didn't really work for me. But um but on his breaks he's cleaning off a pinball machine, and then he starts
Mm.
playing it, and I actually like pinball in real life, and this movie made me embarrassed to like pinball because he's like having an orgasm while he's playing it. He's like
Yeah.
he's making these faces like he's all like "Ugh." It's like, Nick, buddy, settle
Those
down.
like it those like is it soda that he's drinking or alcohol?
I think it's soda because when he puts them in the fridge, you see like a symbol of a fist, and then on one time they
Yeah.
showed the can, it says pop, and a different time it says punch. So I think it's supposed to be like
Okay.
an either like a pop, like a soda, or like an energy drink.
Okay, because I'm like my mind went to like, okay, is he drinking alcohol or soda? Because sometimes when he plays that pinball, he's like really like it like so into it, like kind of like a drunk person. It's like,
Yeah.
are you like drunk or are you like just heavily just into it that you want to win?
Exactly. That's exactly it. Is like, is he drunk? Is he just Nicolas Cage? What's he doing? And it's funny because the whole rest of the movie he's like, and this is obviously on purpose, but he's like just super serious. Like even when he's killing these robots or whatever, he's just
Yeah.
like, but then when he's playing the pinball, he's all like, "Whoa, dude, what?" It's like,
I or he's probably not losing his or taking any sleeps or naps.
right? And then the other thing is that some of the breaks, because they always show his watch beep at the beginning of the break, and then they show his watch beep at the end of the break.
Yep.
And it feels like some of the breaks are like a minute long, where he just has a little bit of time to do one quick thing. And then some of the other breaks are like a half hour long, where he's like cleaned the whole pinball machine off and had an orgasm and humped it and then put the tarp over it, or I don't even know anymore. I'm just making shit up, but it's like it seems longer than usual. What was that? Why was that break so long?
Right.
And he just leaves the kids. Eventually, there's kids in there with him, and like when this break starts, he just hands her the knife and walks away because it's break time. It's like that's kind of silly.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid though.
It is. It really is. I was trying to give it credit, but I couldn't.
I know. It's like some of these scenes are just like, okay, that's so stupid. And
Yeah.
like, okay. And then I was when I was watching this movie, I'm trying to compare it from this to Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm like, I don't know. I hate Willy's Wonderland and I hate for well, I absolutely hate Willy's Wonderland, but I do like, Five Nights at Freddy's a little bit more because it's a little bit more action packed. And yes, it's from a game, even though I don't understand the game.
hmm
Kind of like that more. I don't know. I'm just weird.
I like the storyline of Five Nights at Freddy's where there's like actual dead kids inside of
Yeah.
the robots that this guy murdered and put their bodies inside. Like that's just so twisted and weird that you got to give that credit. And then, um, yeah, it's just it seems I don't know. I just like the storyline of Five Nights at Freddy's better. Although I do almost like the robots or creatures in this one, the design of them
Yeah.
better than the Five Nights at Freddy's creatures. The Five Nights at Freddy's creatures all look really round and puffy, and these
Well,
ones are
yeah,
more
that's
like
because of the game.
right,
They're
exactly.
like all rough and puffy. But yeah, I do like the creatures in this one though.
This one, there's like that one weird like Tinkerbell fairy siren
Yeah.
something. That one's weird, and there's the chameleon that changes colors. That's weird, and the main weasel. Willy Weasel looks all ratty and gross and weird. So, oh, so basically, back in the '80s, they had Showbiz Pizza and Chuck E. Cheese with animatronic uh, um, animals that sang to people while they ate and video games, and it traumatized so many kids that to this they had to make two different movies, two different horror movies. Three actually, if you count the Banana Splits. There's another one out there called Banana Splits. That's basically the same thing.
Oh my God. Don't ruin Chuck E. Cheese. That's so fun.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So, anything I'm forgetting that you want to talk about? There is some blood. There's some killings, and there's some
Yeah.
blood, and there's some
Yep.
gore. Um,
Just a little bit. I feel it's more action packed more than anything.
right. There's a lot of like oil, like black robot goop. Nicolas Cage knows exactly how these robots work and where to rip the parts out to shut them down. And is he a robot? Where did he come from? You don't
Or did
know,
he make them? Or did he like,
right?
knew about how they work, et cetera, et cetera?
I was honestly waiting for at the very end of the movie there was going to be some sort of like plot twist where he was a robot or like you said he was the guy that made them or he worked in the factory where they were made or something. But no, it's just totally unexplained because who cares? And then And then I know I'm getting old because then at the end of the movie, the girl gets in the car with him, and I'm like, hey, how old's that girl? Should she be getting in a car with Nicolas Cage? And I was like, getting old, my old age.
Wow, Matt.
Make sure you're home by curfew.
Wow.
Anyway, so what would you rate Willy's Wonderland?
This one I'll probably rate this one probably like a three because I gotta like Nicolas Cage in some movie, so I gotta give him credit, but it's all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a four, and I'm giving it an extra point just because I like pinball so much, and
Oh yeah.
I like pinball representation. But yeah, it's got moments. It's fun. It's entertaining, but I don't know. It's just not my jam, I guess.
Yeah, it's not my jam either.
Yeah. If I like Nicolas Cage more, if Nicolas Cage just kind of bugs me, I know I said that once already, but he does, and so it's like I'm just kind of I don't.
He doesn't bug me. There's just some movies he just played really well in.
I really liked him as Dracula in Renfield.
Oh yeah, that one was good. We did review that one too.
Yep. That's one where I
Yep.
really liked him a lot. Anyway, so that's Willy's Wonderland. Uh thank you so much for listening and
And
we
happy Easter, by the way.
happy Easter. Um Please like, share, subscribe. It looks I can see when people listen, it looks like people are going back through the back catalog and listening, so that's cool.
Oh,
Uh
awesome.
Feel free to comment on um any questions you might have or comments. And we're back next week with another fan request.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
See you next time.
See you next time.